Good morning. So many things to get done, but I'm trying to get a song because I can just play a little piece of this gospel and then I'm gonna look for this song to play. I can dedicate the song to somebody, but this one is just, I love it in the mornings. Hey, Anita Orkleys, how are you, girl? My condolence, I see you didn't pop up here. I feel so sad. Took me directly to Janet, But please be strong. Be strong. Somebody tag everybody in Linden. Tag Linden, tag Banks DIH, tag all the directors of Banks DIH and these companies. Nobody speak for me, I can speak for myself, all right? So you could tag them in the meantime. It's all you. I'm not gonna be long on this live because me, I gotta do me my exercise, right? The blessings is here. Somebody wake up, Linden. I know it's tongue weekend is a lot of partying, but listen, you see, I don't want you to get it second hand, third hand, and fourth hand. And I don't really go back to the comment section. So I am happy, like I'm on here. You could come for me, come for me. Listen. Because I forgot the disclaimer. I'm so rushed last night. I was so tired. Or else I've done this live last night. I'm not the night person. But I'm looking for a song for play. I'm giving it a 5 little minute more. Wayne, how are you? Wayne, tag somebody from Linden. You guys take me for them coward leaders. Yeah? Take me for coward. So you could go wrong and come wrong and this and that, and I'm no coward. I got a song for play for them. Everybody who calling, all the whisperers in Linden, listen to this song, and Guyana, listen to this song. A little piece. Talk to me. I don't care what they say about me, and I don't care what they say. Hold. Pull it up. Pull it up. The whole little whispering now. Just. I got a lot of words. I don't have a lot of words this morning. But it's a special dedication from me at him. I don't think about me and yeah. Beverly, how are you? So I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. I don't have the time. But Guyanese, and I want to speak to Linden and the business sector for years now. And yes, pull it up. For years now, and what a lot of people didn't know about me, years ago in Bartica, we had what we used to call, disco. I know a little about music. I know about promotion and different things. Back in the days, it was not like now. But, and I'm always involved with things with young people. It's my fault. It's my calling. I say it's my fault, but I must not say that anymore. It's my calling. It's people. Yeah? Not come on Facebook and some flimsy story and want somebody run here or there. But people. And when things affect people, when I see things unfair, you know, and people being oppressed. I'm very vocal about those things. You see me? And so the entertainment sector and the people who, the promoters and DJs and all of that, you know, I'm always there and finding out and what is happening, because for me, I think it's a group of people that is exploited, a group of people that is well neglected, right? And so I pay attention there. You know, and I'm giving you a little you know, a little understanding of where I'm coming from. And so even when we were in office, I met with the DJ. Oh no, nobody don't block this video, man. Don't report in my life. What did I do? Yes, I met with the entertainers and promoters and things like that. People abuse and bash, oh, who's this and who don't vote for that. Listen, I got one thing to say. I have met a lot in my whole life, in my time around. They have some promoters and entertainers. It's only now like everybody got to be a politician. Who already got no time with politics and the politician? You know, all they want to do is do the thing and make their money, and they don't even want to be bothered. And so when I met with DJs, I was saying to them, hey, government ain't doing nothing for you. You guys are very important. You know, you speaking to all these crowd, young people. I talk about them. You ever apply for house lot? No. I said, well, how you speaking to young people and you want them conscious things? It starts with you. I said, it's not government land. It's you know, you apply and help a lot of them. Took a whole team to housing and so forth. People had a lot of things to say. But I get it. I know everybody hits and jams this body. You name it. You name it. I was out there. In fact, when the government get into office and they took the carnival, I was one of the persons very vocal and said, what kind of nonsense is government doing? You're not a promoter. You can't handle carnival. And they mess it up. They find it out for themselves and then they hand it back. Now I was told to hit some jams. I am saying, the other day I went to the regatta and I was saying that, hey, with regatta, you're not promoters. I'm just signaling these chairmans and mayors and all that. You are not promoters. So you don't want to get in one big row from Bartica, you know, and things like that. But I generally don't care about anybody. I just find out young people business. Young people business is my business. So I want to come and I want to deal with Banks DIH first. And I want to single out a particular family. From going to Linden and going to the Watuka house, I come to know a lady named Sharon, a wonderful lady, a sweet soul. They have this other big lady, this clear skill, and so sorry I can't remember her name right now, man. Oh my gosh, but wonderful, some wonderful ladies. They used to be working there. Cook well, nice posture. So you know me, I get to know them. You know, I go and buy the food there and this and that and become like a family to the person. So, you know, I was going to Linden just after the elections and all of that in 20 something, I think, after the 2020 election. And when I called to the Watuka house, they said the lady's not there. So I called her because we're going to order my food. So I'm well glad you're out here. And they told me she no longer works there. So I called the woman phone and she said she don't work there, but she'll sell what is it I want. And I told her I went and this one got beautiful food, nice place. I said, listen, I find a spot. And I get to know the woman's children. Just because they will come past, I'm eating, hi, hello, how you, wonderful children, well-mannered and so on. Me again, you know, don't like see young people, peeping the young people around the place, you know. I'm going there to eat, but I'm minding the young people business. So I was talking to them a day. I noticed this girl doing a nice thing in Linden. Nice activity, nice dress up and so forth. And me again, very fast. I was there and I saw her. I saw the brother and I said, man, what's going on? Why y'all don't get this thing bigger and things like that? And he shared a plan. They wanted to do a promotion. I'm not going to put the people business out there. What was it? Promotion. But it was a nice idea. And you know, they want talking about bigger sponsorship and so on. So I said, Mom, but you got banks right here. Banks making a lot of money. So they said they just do stuff and so on with banks. And I said, not in that way, you know, on a bigger scale, because I'm sure that if banks hear what you're saying here right now, they will be happy to get on board. And I make an appointment because I know banks DIH. I had some experience with them about the area that deals with promotion from Mr. McDonald and Regatta. So I had a little idea. And I make an appointment to meet one of the senior persons, and I invited the brother. He couldn't make it, so the sister went there to hear and to share her ideas and to see how banks will come on board as a bigger partner in terms of sponsorship. You hear me? The young lady listened. She's a quiet person. I even probed in the man saying, all right, everything is good with you? And then she said, yes. So the senior called another officer in the room who is supposed to be senior. And when he get in the room, he looked at the girl. He said, well, she know me. She got my number. She never called me. And the girl said, no, because everything all right. You know, it's deal with everything all right in Linden. But I'm just finding out what is happening here. So imagine, and I'm making a point because of, you know, I want to put the whole thing outside so that Linden people can benefit from all these things what I'm saying. So the man is more senior asking if you're all right. Yes, you're all right, and so forth. So we left the meeting, and that was that. But I am always there. I see things going on in Linden. It's called Kashif, not Kashif, Shanghai. Hey, this, we back and fro and talk. Man, I don't like this. I'm always making representation. Me and the mayor used to get wrong. Everybody, the regional chairman, everything wants to come to young people. Because I know, I believe they deserve more, and I don't like it that our young people oftentimes like a pawn on a table. So that come and pass. I got my uniform. I was to go to with my uniform to represent St. Anthony's, but I couldn't make it there. I followed with the Linden and support Guard Mosley drive up. You know, every year I'm in Linden. So a few weeks I'm paying attention to what is happening and the activities and when it launching. And at town daytime, the people who make the most money in everything there is these companies, and including banks DIH. A lot of products they sell. Money like sand, people. So I was talking to a gentleman about how the sponsorship and promotion, and he said, Minister, you know what's going on? And he started explaining, and he gave me a whole rundown. He shared his experience with a particular company, banks, that he had his experience. I said, no, man, this can't happen. People got to go and write and they got to complain. He said, you know what you're talking about. And I need some of the directors at banks to listen to this live. Tag them. So that was done. A promoter saw me and he told me he had an event. And this thing right now really becoming pressureful. I said, man, you make a nice money. I'm happy for you. He said, no, mom, this is not how this thing is run. And he explained to me in detail that he had this event. And when you have the bar for banks DIH, you have to, I never know that, you have to take their people that they have selling in the bar, and, you know, there's certain control over it. And he said the sponsorship is not nothing big, but, you know, you don't really get your way. And he made some allegations to me that they just bring extra stock in the bar, and they talk about the management in Linden, and they went on and implicated some people. So I'm like, no, man, but y'all can't take this, you know, because I'm always pushing people to speak out. And he said, no, I got that just like that. And then finally he said to me, look, the dance, it finished already, but up to now we can get a check. You know? So you giving me, I write into you for money for an event, and the event passed. And I still waiting for the check. So then, if I were to owe people, I gotta pay these people after. I mean, I asked that question. So long story short, put it down. I went to Linden Saturday, going to the business expo. And I met a woman and she telling me this and then she complaining about the banks and what happening to flat-foot hustlers and even the people who sell into the cart. Thanks. Who selling with the cool down cart, and when you go, they got the elite group and the manager and who they is involved in promotion and accept the allegation. And how much money and they don't give back nothing and they got you by your neck. So I said, man, but the most money, I just listen to the shareholders meeting, the amount of money making in this place, what are you saying to me? I said, oh, you need to come together. She said, no, I think God ain't here. Everybody divided and you got the elite. And if you don't got money, she said, corrupt. I quote the woman allegation that they corrupt with this promotion and this sponsorship thing, right? Because how the money got a boss and who don't get and all of that. A lot of allegations. So I finished with that. I get up, going down the road now because you know me, happy flying my mouth and with Linden. I'm going down to meet up with Dr. Campbell and then because we were going to the business expo. So I'm going live, and Dr. Campbell take the phone and said, because somebody just told him, look, you know, he didn't even know what's going on, but some all black. So when he come back, I'm like, here, you see Simona, she ready for the all black. Then said I had a black or white rampo. And he turned the camera on me, and I said, hashtag Broomes for the Rodneys, because it's people that I know, and I'm going to the all black, and, you know, and I mentioned about the tongue week. I don't believe in you got to pay 1.5 million and these companies. And I said banks and them making a lot of money. So it was just me, a regular live and bigging up the tongue week. Guyanese people, Linden people, let me tell you what. I didn't know there was a can of worm. By the time I get down to the business expo and I'm going to come and deal with the business expo, somebody called me, why say what banks for the life? I said, me as a big one. Because at the time I done with my life, I busy dealing with something else. At that time when we got in there, I even saw one of the guys, the brother for the All Black. I got a number, I called in the phone, but the phone rang. So I walk out even on the field to greet the young man and thing and so on and, you know, encourage him, hey, do your thing and so forth. I get down yesterday morning, seeing your people from Linden calling me leaders. Or I get a lot of calls, man, something you said with banks and you didn't say this, but somebody, you know, set a little trend thing. And this same supposed to be senior officer went in a meeting. That was in a meeting with me. Is saying to one of the person and several persons, oh, that the people went there who go to complain and that kind of thing. This is the point I want to make yourself back up yourself now. Because if he don't stop, I'm going to call his name. If he don't stop, I'm going to write banks DIH because you are corrupt. And I believe what was said to me based on, look at the life that I did now. Look at the life that it's right there on the page. And the amount of persons calling me and inboxing me and this and that, but more so the amount of promoters and people that calling me. I want to call out Banks DIH to the front of the class. And I want to say to Banks DIH, it is time you have a system that is transparent when you're dealing with promoters. If you know you got Bardico Regatta, you got Linden Tongue Week, you know you got All Black every year, this is the amount of money, you meet the promoters, you get your check. You can't wait till an event done and leave people to the hands of, yes, your managers without a system. Therefore, you are leaving the system in such a way that it is not transparent and that the people got to be to the mercies of the corruption to get by to sell your product. This is me now saying it with my mouth. I didn't go into all of that in Linden, but let me address that right now. You can't give me a sponsorship I gotta wait long after. Why is it? Well, then make it clear. With the amount of money that you make in there. It's because Guyanese around this place. All of us, I don't know what to us. Linden used to be a place in a piece of time. You were glad to go. I remember when Mr. McDonald, a particular company, come in this country and started challenge banks. It was people like me, and I would say up to now, we must support local. We must support local. But we mustn't encourage the same people in local to be corrupt. You got corrupt government, corrupt, some of them in the private sector, corrupt this. poor young people and people want to promote and make a money. You got to get into some corruption who want cut back. This place is too sick. Some young people, you think them young people, them Rodneys, I know the vote. You think them young people business with who and politics and this and that. They want bring in the dance. They want it full. They're looking for the sponsorship. That is what makes them happy. That is what makes them happy. When you going and do business and banks, it's their product. They're making the most money in the town. We can Linden and the other companies. I don't know who more company, but I know the leading thing people like drinking in Linden. If they're supporting local, you must support them. They ain't got to come and beg you and wait long. We can only give you this because we didn't budget for that. And you know every year it coming. Every year you got to back to school. You don't see them making it annual. Every year they got the all white, some yellow, guard Mosley got the big people. Every year. So you must cater for that. You will budget that this is what we can put in this X, Y, Z, and Z. Have respect for the people. And when I went to the senior manager there, and I heard and the young lady amount of things that banks will do and want to do. Want to do, that was said to me. Then I am shocked that that is the behavior of the people on the ground. The man in town who calling people, you better stop it. And your manager, people complain bitterly. So I want to tell banks that the same department where you guys are dealing with promotion and all that, check it out. You hear your name calling, check it out. And I have evidence of some people because people don't want the business and I'm not going to put the my source out there. When you don't know, come here like a scapegoat because your conscience bother you. Yeah? And because I went to a meeting there with somebody, you want to put people in them. People don't let these people come and divide y'all. You better support each other, yeah? Y'all better go down the road together. Because them same people come in and smile with you, they have no time. They want to exploit the whole pack of you. Nice with you and make money. Talk about this body and make money. Young people want to do business. Y'all want to corrupt young people. Everything like it's politics. Everything is a back and throw. You want to make them coward. Who they should talk to, who they shouldn't talk to, who did this. That is a spirit. So I just said last night, I'm too tired. Let me set the record straight. I am not a promoter. I am not interested in promotion. Right? As a person, for say I want to have a dance and this and that and that and the other. No. Certain business, God, no, I couldn't do. And I don't want to make money out of it either. I don't want to make money out. That's not me. I look at those young people, love the little thing, this, this, body supporting if you see them. Let them make the money in peace now. Every way you turn is a bag of corruption. You ain't even professional. If a senior man like you call into a meeting, you can walk in with me as a businesswoman all the time. And you won't go back to lie. Number one, you shouldn't mention nothing that took place in a meeting. But to go to the extent to lie on somebody, you would pull over the table to me. You can walk with me, you can work under me. Because your intention and motive, I gotta watch you. You're representing banks. Y'all behavior and conduct where y'all going on, what there is not a reflection of banks. I met with the senior people in there, and that is not how it's supposed to be. But because they got a chain, they got a little nest in there. Clifford Reese, they got a nest in the promotion area there, and like I'm gonna meet with you. They corrupt. They corrupt. And so a lot of promoters there, me want to say nothing. A big man, a big promoter used to promote big say, moms, you don't know these people. These people would wait till the night of the event and then bring no stacks and shut down your dance. Mom, you don't know these people. I said, what nonsense you telling me? And y'all said, I'm going to take in this all the time. He said, that's why I don't deal with them. There's a man ain't even dealing with it anymore. But like it's something nobody want to talk about. So pour me now. I saying banks must do better. Oh, the girl, like if it's ants biting, the calling all over. Calling all over. calling all over, right? And you see, I know one maths teacher named the name Lee. A maths teacher. Continue to call and this body and that and all of that. You continue. I don't do promotion, but don't drag people in. On that topic, I gonna rest the one down because I can deal with them. They're very corrupt. I have met these young people and I wish them well with the event. In my opinion, that is. These people, you could see how they grow because I met them through the parents. These young people, they can fight with all black. You think they got time with politics? I don't even know who to vote for. They're sweet, sweet children. Very manly and humble. Very, very manly and humble. That's what I know of them. And I would encourage everybody doing something, I'd be encouraging. I'm going back to Linden for somebody story and this and that event. But Linden people, don't let people continue to mix y'all up like down this body, pull down this and that and that and that and that and that. I want to say to the whole little corrupt cabal that banks DIH, back up yourself, wrong person. Wrong person. You better stop your phone call, you know. Because I come to the front, I will come and call your name out. I will show you evidence that come in my phone. I will put it public so your boss, they could see. They could see exactly what's going on. And where they linked there and how it linked from Linden into the head office there. Into the head. Nia, it's not easy. I was there on ground. And after I leave there, the amount of people call. They say the first person that make the call because they can't say anything. They can't say anything. And I'm saying it is simple. I'm a businesswoman. Banks must put a system in place to cut the corruption out. This is what we're going to do. This is that. This is that. These are the promoters and wherever. And deal with people in a more transparent way. This is what we could be able to do. Then they must be able to negotiate and say, man, we last event, you make $500,000 and we only get $5. And this year, we intend to make $1 million. So you're asking for $15 so you can negotiate and, you know, you have a nice business like it's a respectful thing. These people are your partners. These promoters are your partners. It's they got to sell the product. And what I learned from a more senior person in there, that is bank's posture. So once we're afraid, because people are afraid to go and complain, the people right. Because if I went in a meeting with a senior to find out the policies, and he could go and run and calling people and telling them, right? And political leaders and telling them and lying and say, but people go to complain. That is why I now understand why it going on, the corruption like that. Because Mr. Clifford Reese, people frightened to come and talk. Because you're running from Satan into the devil. I rest my case on them. Run from Satan into the devil. Wonderful. Banks, check yourself. The business expo I attended in Linden. The people selling the Bible, I think that was nice. The first thing, the Chambers of Commerce, I want to, commend you for really trying to, do something business-wise in Linden. But the people of themselves, the bank, a share flyer pamphlet, and some of them a pen to give somebody or a bag and go and read something. They're not even coming there to present their business where one even understand. A lot of people, you give them a flyer or a pamphlet to go away. Some of them don't even read it. But you are there. And so, for example, a lot of people looking to have a bank account. While we know that some people banking online, signing up online. But you go into a business expo. At least you should be able to go there and open an account, for example. Bring the service to the place. Right? Bring the service to the people. Ministry of Tourism, I was there, wonderful staff, nice presentation. I did the survey. Not presentation by your booth, but you know, the posture of the staff and so on in there. But if you're tourism, you should be attractive. I should run to the stand. I should be curious to know what is going on and then to understand that that's the Ministry of Tourism. The only two real things there, I mean, the people selling the wine, wonderful lady. I didn't even get a chance to go back there. GGMC, at least you must be able to buy a privilege and things like that. Le Parkins had two warm persons there, two gentlemen, really asking if you ship with us and ship again and why you stop ship and moms give you a next try. You know, that was different. It stand out to me. But the rest, like you just come to put this under this white pole in there, the place. You don't even present yourself properly. You know, I want to see more than that. I want to see more than that. I was happy. I went there. I wanted to see what in this day and age, with all the different, with the mining and the oil and this and nothing like that. Nothing. Right? Nothing like that. So to have the chambers of commerce to organize an event and to look at the private sector, that level, because the private sector didn't even support. It's couple ministries, public infrastructure, Guyana Geology and Mines, they make sense, and Ministry of Tourism. Outside of that, I think was Republic Bank, Citizen Bank. That was it, the persons with the Bible, but that's how you treat in Linden. You don't want to have this expo to attract young people and get them involved in business and this and that and that. You have all these big companies. What are the social corporate responsibility of these companies? You know, all the companies. Because a gentleman who's supposed to be a leader can tell me, but calling a next beverage company name to me and say, but I should talk. I said, no, you don't get disrespectful to me yesterday. Oh, you can't tell me what to talk about. I am Bank's PR. I'm speaking about a complaint that came to me for a particular company. Why you want I mention the next company? Use a lead in there. Y'all fix all them companies. The people even sit down. I noticed they had the opening. I see none of these companies, beverage company, all these people making money. I didn't see nobody sit down in the audience for them. So when I speak and I will make representation for young people, let me tell you something finally. I don't care with you who vex or lose. My voice is a voice for the voiceless. People come. That is how your business, you're getting personal because you're scared, because you're corrupt, because you're not transparent. If you're transparent, you're going to call nobody. Nothing is going to happen. The complaints that is coming out there, it won't happen. And before I forget, I want to encourage persons. You got a promotion and bank's truck come, you must have somebody at the gate checking off every single item in the truck and when it's going and so on. So these are things that you can do. And during the night, you got somebody sitting there, although nobody is selling for you, to see what coming in and got your book and your tabulation on your computer, your young people and so forth. Because that is the advice I give to the gentleman who had the event. Right? And I was putting forward these allegations. Promoters, I want to say to you, Guyanese, it is sickening to see everywhere you go, people don't want to talk. A lot of people are scared. They don't want to say nothing because like somebody got a plug to pull over you. And that is because corruption is so embedded in this country. Because it's like a policeman. Your policeman do you wrong and you go and complain to his senior. Sometimes you don't even know the relationship with his senior. So you left in your boot up. So some people say, hey, from experience, I have nothing to say. And imagine with this little simple situation there. I just went to Linden. I did a wonderful life supporting the thing and call out, you know, and encouraging, so to speak, you know, these companies, and I mentioned companies and I said banks, to do better. That alone is a big story up and a big problem. It's the conscience tickle them. But I have a lot of information. I have a lot of information. And it is shameful about some of the events that went by and some of the things that happened. Right? Lindens, you can't take it. Be it in Georgetown, be it in Bartik and so on. These companies, you have to allow them. And I understand when you want to stand up somebody else. We are too divided. So everybody just running us over. Because when you stand up, somebody ready for go and suck up. You see, that is how it is running. All over. Private sector, public sector, politicians, everybody. Some politician ain't care nothing but you. They're going to come with some nice fancy talk and they're coming to educate you. Show me ways to fight, how we're going to change the life, how we're going to change the sufferings, how we're going to change the poverty. Those are the things you must ask them when they come to you and talk in. So New Year blessings to you. Morning, I'm out of here. And I hope I try to go wrong and come wrong a little. You know, a little slight. Because I'm going to watch to see now where this thing going. And I got my eyes on it. Right? And then I'll give them full attention if it's that what you want. And I could put pen and paper. I could put pen to paper for anything that I'm saying. All right? So ciao, and I'm out of here.